How y'all doing? This video is going to be about Haiti and the assassination of their president. Haiti rights to sovereignty and a president assassination. What I've been gaining over the past years and recently since these past few days, since this tragic event took place in Haiti with the president being assassinated, come to find out they have some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm going to give you a little history of Haiti from what I found out throughout the years. Back in the early 1800s, I think 1804, Haiti fought for their freedom, to free themselves from slavery. Then after they won the battle against the French, and they also had to deal with the British, they had to pay reparations to France for freeing themselves. And they basically they had to cut down their trees and they used the mineral resources to give to the French over the years. Then after they finished paying off the debt, 1915, they was invaded by the U.S. The U.S. didn't like the president in 1915. They made Haiti change their constitution. They put in some ruling elite oligarch to control them. It wasn't a good time for Haiti, and from then on, you had these people, these Western control puppets took over Haiti and been ruling ever since then. Okay, back in '91, you had this president that was elected. This man was elected named Jean Aristide. Some of y'all already know about it. I remember him. He had a policy where he wanted to develop Haiti, and he wanted a Medicare program for them, build roads, schools, education, the whole thing. Working with the Cubans, working with the different nations to build up Haiti. Apparently, those in the U.S. didn't like that, and one thing led to another. He was ousted. I think what 94, 96. Then he won an election again 2001. Came back from 2001, 2004. 2004 he was kicked out again with U.S. intervention. He was going to do a lot of good things. So a guy by the name of Rene Prevel got in there, and he was mainly, from what I understand, he was mainly controlled from the West. The West was controlling him, and it was basically, slave labor, not paying people. They do the low wages, poverty galore, and he done something with the West didn't like. He signed a agreement with Venezuela when Chavez was in, and the West didn't like that. So he felt out of favor with the West because he signed an agreement with Chavez, and Chavez was it was petroleum revenue that they was giving them, dealing with to lower the petroleum, the gas prices in Haiti, so people can afford to buy gas, and also it's supposed to go to other things like roads and education, healthcare. But even with that, corruption was involved inside of Haiti. From what I understand, what Jemime Pierre, professor, was talking about, that it was corruption dealing with their funds. He ran for re-election and used the funds for that. Also, you have this class in Haiti of these multi-millionaires and billionaires that been basically siphoning off the resources without giving proper taxes back to the government for the people, and they've been getting over with this, and it's rumors that they are the ones funding some of these gangs that's running around in Haiti. So that's a brief history of what's going on. I'm gonna say some more things. I'm also gonna touch on geopolitics, but not on in this video. I'm gonna touch on in the next video that's gonna attach to this one, because this video about Haiti rights to sovereignty and dealing with the president assassination. Okay, back in 2010, 2011, Michel Martelly was installed in because the Barack Obama administration, with the Clintons, got involved with Haiti. Didn't like the fact how the election was going, so they installed President Martelly. Well, excuse me, candidate Martelly. For what I understand, by Jemime Pierre, that he actually lost in the first round. So they installed the man, and basically he was a puppet, and they had him in there to basically continue on what the other presidents was doing by fleecing Haiti for outside interests, banks, these oligarchs that's not even from Haiti. Now you do have some Haitian oligarchs that's there, but they're not really for their own people. So from there, 2016, 2017, the guy by the name Jovenel Moise won the election. They have controversial behind that. Some say he stole it. Some say it was fair, but he was very, and still is, even though he was assassinated one in a week of this week. But he was very unpopular. He was so unpopular they had protests constantly in Haiti against this man. They didn't want him. He was basically doing the same thing as the other predecessors before him, fleecing off stuff towards, just giving stuff to these billionaires. They had some type of land. I found out that, I don't know if it was him, Marcel Martelly, gave one of the billionaires 25,000 acres of Haitian prime land where people was basically farming on the land. Gave it up to a billionaire, a multi-millionaire, so they can establish a big old factory on there for Coca-Cola. Of course, slave wages, you already know is going to be involved with that. So, okay, Morsi, very unpopular guy, right? Protests after protests. 2019, it was serious down there. People protesting. People was being killed by these hired mercenaries that was coming from Colombia and elsewhere, mainly from Colombia. And people was dying left and right in Haiti. People were standing up against this man. And they was using these mercenaries, these snipers, to take these people out with headshots. From what I understand, headshots. This was reported by Madame Bookman and Jemime Pierre. So these people, these corrupt politicians, these corrupt oligarchs, it seem like they only worry about themselves, and also making the diplomats in the U.S., which I'm not blaming the whole U.S., but corrupt politician U.S., the whole thing is to make them happy and also to make themselves money, seems like. Now, fast forward to today, the same people that Jovenel V and his administration, Jovenel Moise hired these mercenaries from Colombia and elsewhere, mainly from Colombia, was used to turn. They used these same mercenaries. They turned these same mercenaries against him. And because, from what I understand, the rumor is that there was infighting among the oligarchs of who will get what. So he lost out. He was assassinated. God rest his soul. Nobody should be assassinated. You should, if anything, vote him out and stand trial. So people wanted a new elections and all that. They wanted elections so they can go and move forward on with their lives, so they can have real democracy and move on. So he was assassinated. Things not adding up. The same people that assassinated him, the same people they used in 2019 against their own people. So they found that Haitians was involved, people that President Moise knew, who was cool with his own friends, so-called friends, basically got him assassinated because the inter-rivals behind the oligarchs, behind land and resources. Okay, sovereignty. I mean, just like I said in the beginning, that Haiti been always been played for like over 100 years now, with constant invasions from the West, and the reparations had to give to the French for freeing themselves. So here we go. We have the assassination of this man, and this new guy, Claude Jovis, the interim prime minister. He was an intern, from what I understand, is about to take over. He was supposed to leave this week. We talking about early July, July 8th, 9th, 10th. Today to July the 9th. So he's supposed to leave this week. Now all of a sudden, the U.S. diplomat by the name of Helen Lim, diplomat, is saying that no, the prime minister is going to stay in now. He's going to remain. It seems like he's going to overtake the position of the presidency and become the leader of Haiti until 2026. This man wasn't elected. He was supposed to be out of there by this week. And from what I understand, I think Haiti was supposed to have elections this year. I think it was supposed to be September the 26th. I think it was supposed to be September 26th, or maybe last year. But anyway, so you have this sovereignty where Haiti is being controlled as if they are kids. We're talking about grown adults that have their own sovereignty, their own nation, their own constitution. So this guy Claude Joseph, the intern minister, the administration called for help from the FBI, State Department, DOJ is going to go down there. This was going to happen. U.S. going to look out for their own. The U.S. corrupt bureaucrats. I'm not blaming the U.S., the whole U.S., but I'm saying the corrupt bureaucrats in the U.S. intelligence service, the corrupt intelligence agents, is going to look out for their own interests. The FBI are going to run a cover-up scheme, I feel to believe. Or maybe not. Maybe they might do a good job, but most likely they're not going to really do a good investigations. The guys that they arrested, the Haitian Americans they're arrested, they might be sent back to America and thrown in prison. Or something else, maybe sent to Colombia. Haiti, what they have to do, they have to get together. They have to interrogate these people and find out who's who. Because once the FBI get involved, they're not going to find out who's behind what. Because it might track all the way back to NGOs or the oligarchs in Haiti. Where the Haitians might have a chance to actually go after these people that have been fleecing them for all these years, not paying taxes, robbing them of their land, kicking out people off their land, these farmers that's growing vegetables and fruit and stuff, just to have these Coca-Cola factories to pay people these slave wages. That's not good. So the FBI is not going to do the job. It's going to be basically a cover-up, I feel to believe. The Haitian people have to stand up. They have to show the world that they want justice. Don't be violent. Be non-violent. Interrogate these people. Not harshly, but just find out who's who. And live stream it. The procedures in courtroom after they get the names. And so they can go forward from that, because they don't need help from the FBI, because this new guy, Claude Joseph, the intern, that's going to be the president for the next 4 years, hopefully not, but how way things going like he might be, it's going to be a cover up. It's almost like a coup took place just so they can bring in the U.S. to basically monitor Haiti, to put pressure on the people not to rise up, or they might be thrown in jail or something like that. It's almost like the Arab Spring, like Jemime Pierre said, is now in Haiti now. Same thing would happen to Assad. We had righteous protests in the beginning. They was talking about cooking oil and cost of living going to the price of fuel going up. The next thing you know, some Islamic zealots took over the protests, and then they went into full-scale civil war. I hope no full-scale civil war happens in Haiti. It's gonna be hell on earth because you got some gangs down there that's well armed. But yeah, so basically, that's what's going on. A coup was happened. The U.S. is about to go in there and put in the person that they want, and look like it's gonna be Claude Joseph. But the Haitian people gotta protest. So also, the Clintons and Obamas, they was involved with Haiti. We're dealing with the gold mines that's there. You had all type of things going on, human trafficking. There was rumors that this guy that was just assassinated, the President Moise, was his party was connected to some narco terrorism, like to some Colombians or whatever. So there's a lot of rumors going on. Might be some truth behind it. I don't know, but we're gonna find out sooner or later. But my next one is gonna be geopolitics. That's gonna connect to the first one dealing with Haiti. Well, I'm gonna throw China in there and why the U.S. have to get control of the political affairs of Haiti because of China expanding, which is not trying to make it not expanding, but trying to making is push is connecting with the Belt and Road Initiative, and Haiti can benefit from that because the U.S. is not really helping out Central and South America with loans for infrastructure or Medicare or whatever. But so this is going to tie into the next video what I'm going to make. But this one was dealing with sovereignty. Haiti needed sovereignty. They needed to go to the UN. They said you need to tell them we got this and we don't need no help. We got our own justice system. We're going to take care of these clue plotters because once the FBI get there, U.S. military, they're going to protect Claude Joseph and the people that's going to raise up. They're going to basically call them probably terrorists and take them out, and it's sad though. But yes, Haitian people need to continue to protest and talk to the nations around the world. Look, they don't want no Western influence in their country. They can handle it themselves. They are adults. They are grown people. They're grown men and women. They can handle their own situation. They have their own law, their own constitution. They can find out who's who with the coup plotters because you never know. They may have some people involved with it that still is the ones probably calling for help. You never know. Or maybe not, but just calling for help from the U.S. No, they have a lot of rumors relating around about Claude Joseph being a CIA puppet, Western puppet, NGO puppet, But yeah, so it's gonna be a sham. The cover up is already being done. FBI is already on a plane. FBI, DOJ is already plane going down now. So there you go. Next video will be on geopolitics dealing with Haiti and China and the U.S. And please, I need y'all to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notifications, press the like, donate. I have the links to some of the stuff I went through today and yesterday with Jemime Pierre and Jemime Pierre and and Madam Bookman. I'm gonna have all the links and also donate. I'm gonna have the donations, my PayPal, my Patreon, and my Cash App. Please, and also my Facebook, where you can reach me on Facebook. Well, follow me on Facebook and also follow me on Twitter. So, thank you. My name is Tyrese Simon. Go by also Reefy00. You know, I'm a VA whistleblower. So, please subscribe to me and donate. I'm going to have the descriptions in the link below. Thank you and God bless. I will have a next video next. Thank you.